does is spend his time out in the community, talking with families, talking with people, talking with working people, and finding out what's going on in their lives and how he can make it better. And if you ask me, that's exactly the type of person we need representing us in Congress. And so that's what I'm going to be spending my year doing. I'm going to be doing everything I can to help Lynn. And obviously, you know, donations of your hard-earned money is something that he absolutely needs and he appreciates. But I'm telling you right now, what he needs are people. When you get an email, when you get a phone call, when you're hearing that Lynn Coleman needs people coming down making phone calls, don't just assume there's people down there making them. Because I've sat down there and seen empty phone calls, you know, because people just think there's other folks doing it. If we want to see Lynn Coleman elected to Congress, we need to get down there and be making those phone calls and helping him spread his message to every voter in this district. And it just started, and there's a lot of people in this room that I've already been seeing working those calls, and I know everybody here is willing to do everything they can to make sure he's representing the 2nd Congressional District in Indiana, because he's who we deserve representing our district. Please welcome your next Congressman, Lynn Coleman.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you very, very much, Jason. I certainly appreciate it. Come on over here, baby. Don't stand over here. For those of you that might not know, this is my lovely wife, Murdy. And without her by my side every single day, every hour, none of this would be possible. This is overwhelming a little bit for me. I was just telling why this might be the toughest one that I've done so far. And I don't know why, but it really is. I see faces here that I hadn't expected to see, and extremely grateful. Jason invited or introduced all of the elected officials or soon to be elected officials. I need to thank some other people here. I saw Mike Compton, President of Building Trades. Mike, thank you very, very much. Mike is with IBEW and the building trades and all the union folks around here. I won't dare try to name them all, so I'll get in trouble. So I'll just say Mike and the rest of the gang. I know UAW with Joe, and then the other Joe from that group. And for those of you that know me, I'll get on this train one, then I'll mess up, right? But anyway, the union, local union folks have been extremely, extremely supportive to us and helping us out quite a bit. Dr. Westenhauser, thank you very, very much. He's become a friend of mine through this process, and I certainly appreciate all the work that you and your wife has done and pledged to do to help us out. There's a lot of people here that I probably should say something about, and I'll get in trouble because I won't remember everybody's name, but allow me to say thank you to my family. My oldest sister just drove in from Fort Wayne. I wasn't expecting her to be here, so her and her family, her husband and my niece, thank you very much. And my other sister and my nephew and family, all of you, thank you so much. And then most of all to you, my friends. What an absolute blessing to have all of you here. You know, I was thinking, man, I don't like this mic. Can y'all hear me?
No,
I just don't like mic, period. You know, I was talking to Dr. Sherry a few minutes ago. Somebody had told me that I would be in this position, even 2 years ago. I would have never believed it. Paula, this was not on my bucket list. This was not something I wanted to do. It just happened. You know, things happen, and God puts you in a place to do His will, to do His service. And I was there, and I answered the call, and I'm grateful for it. And here I am. This was not something that I put on my to-do list, my plan that, you know, when I get to be a big boy, I'm going to run for Congress in the United States, and it wasn't there. But it was important for me to try to serve, to try to help somebody else to have a better life than what we did. We're called to make sure that we help feed the hungry and give the naked clothing and put a roof over somebody's head and make somebody else's life a little bit better. And for me, that's what this call was all about. And so I'll get a chance to represent you and all the people in the 2nd District come January 1st, 2017, because we're going to win the election. We are going to win. We didn't do this to come in second place. We didn't do this to say that we ran a good race and it's okay. We've done this because we want to win. And we want to win so we'll be able to help some people. And people ask me, why? Lynn, why are you doing this? Well, probably the simple reasons, two of them, is because I care and I want to help. That's just simple. You know, there's kids that will go their whole life and never get a proper education. In the United States of America, that should never happen. Every single child should have an opportunity for a good education that they can be competitive with anybody, anywhere else in the country and across the world. We're not doing that. We can do better than that, and we should be doing it. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing this because every day in this country, somebody is putting a padlock on a door, saying that they're closing the business down, sending work overseas, because they can get a better deal somewhere else in China and Mexico. It should not happen. We've got people right here in this country every day that's looking to go to work, to make a good salary, to raise their families, to take care of their families, and not have to worry about jobs being shipped overseas. We need to fight against that. That's why I'm doing this. There's a lot of things the government should be doing. There's a lot of things that we should be doing. But there's some things the government shouldn't have any choice in, shouldn't be involved in. Government does not have a right to tell a woman, to tell a lady what to do with her body. It's not our place to do it. And then they should not be punished, or the organizations that work with them shouldn't be punished because they service those people. Should not happen. That's why I'm doing this, to make sure that every woman in the United States of America has an opportunity to make the choice. And we should support those choices and help her provide with information and knowledge to make a good choice. But it's not our right to make that choice. That's why I'm doing this. And finally, I'm doing this because after spending 23 years in the criminal justice system, I had an opportunity to work in a system that is simply flawed. It's a good system, but it's still flawed. We are sending people to prison for 3, 5, 8, 12, for drug offenses. Non-violent felons are going to prison, and we're filling up prisons across this country. Should not happen. And not only are they institutions nowadays that are not even ran by state and federal governments, they're privatized. So that means that Mr. Johnson, him and all his buddies with a pocket full of money, they go and build a prison, and they house prisoners across this country, and they make a lot of money off of the government from housing prisoners. We're spending more money housing prisoners every day than we do sending kids to college every day. It should not happen. And so that's why I'm doing it, because I care. I think that there's an opportunity for us to do some things better. We deserve to have a representative that's willing to stand up anywhere and anytime, not only in the district, but across this country, and speak up for the people that they represent, and not hide, not go somewhere else and represent us by video from Washington, D.C. We deserve better than that, okay? And I vow to you to give you better than that. Every single day, I will get up and strap it on and go out and work hard for the people in the 2nd District and the United States to give you what you deserve. We can do better than this, and I vow to make that happen. Before I give up the mic, as I look around this room, I begin to think about why I'm here. You need to know that, again, this is not about Lynn Coleman, okay? This is about an opportunity to serve and give someone else an opportunity. And I think about all the people that helped make Lynn Coleman who and what he is today. Obviously, my parents played a great part in that, but as I was driving over here today, I began to think about people like Dave Davis, people like Charles Martin, Miss Brody, Miss Phillips. The list goes on and on and on. And I just can't help but to believe, and all of those people are now gone, but I can't help but to believe that somewhere in heaven, there's a group of folks And when I say this, those of you that are from there, Gladys, Stewart, the Colemans, there's a group of folks from the lake.
Look out now.
In heaven. There's a group of folks from the lake. And the lake is a little community that we're from in LaSalle Park, on the west side of South Bend that we grew up on, that we affectionately refer to as the lake. There's a group of folks in heaven from the lake that's sitting there rejoicing, knowing that this little guy from the lake, product of Washington High School, is on the verge of doing some historical stuff in the 2nd District of Indiana. We gotta make this happen. It's gonna happen. And the song they sang years ago, Oh Happy Day, it's gonna be a happy day, November 8th, 2016, when we win the election and on our way to Washington, D.C. Ronnie, Ashley, thank you very much. I love you very much. For all of you that are here, thank you. Now, as I leave, and I put this in my hand for a reason, we can't do this without your help in a lot of different ways. This is absolutely great, and I love doing this, but after we do this, we gotta go to work. Okay, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Number one, Jason mentioned that we're gonna need some people in the office making phone calls for us. In a couple of weeks, we're going to do some canvassing. Our campaign guy, Tim Wagner. Tim, raise your hand. We fight every day, but he is an awesome guy. He's doing a great job for us. Thank you. If you guys will call the campaign office and talk to Tim, he will schedule you for coming in, doing some phone banking or doing some canvassing. We need your help. We can't do this without money. They tell us when we started this that it's probably going to cost us $1.5 million to be competitive. And I believe it. We got to hire staff, we got to buy supplies, we got to pay for TV and ad as we get closer. We're doing well, but we're not at 1.5 million, okay? And I looked around the room and I don't see anybody in here yet at that level. So, but if all of you would do a little bit, if all of you will do a little bit, take a card, these envelopes are scattered throughout the room, take the card and make a small contribution. $10, $15, $20. For those of you who can do better, do better. But if you can only do a little, do a little. I tell people all the time, and then I'm done, that they tell us that it's going to take us about $1.5 million to do this. And then we say that if we get about 150,000 votes throughout the district on election day, we win. Okay? If we had 5 people to split up the pot to give us $1.5 million, we'd only have 5 votes. We could not win this election with 5 votes. But if we had 150,000 people that would vote and give us $10 apiece, we would have our 150,000 votes that we need, plus we would have the $1.5 million that we need to win this election. You can help us do this on 2 fronts. You can vote and you can give us a small donation. Please help us out, okay? There's yard signs here. Put a yard sign in your yard. Please help us spread the message that we are going to change the guard in Washington, D.C. from the 2nd District. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate who you are and what you do. God bless you. Now, y'all hang around and listen to some music and there's a little dance space up here. And some of you want to feel free to do that. But thank you so, so very much. We appreciate you and we love you very much. Thank you.
We have a couple other officials here, Raphael Morton and Karen White. Karen is with the City Council, Raphael is with the County Council, and Marlene Wright is on the trustee board.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and thank you all of the people that helped put this together. I told the DJ to play that song called Money, 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 I mean Money, 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 but he can't find it, so he's going to play Celebration. So we're going to have a good time. Thank you, and let's have a good time. We vote for Lynn.